Now, there's another type of set that is also kind of like supersets and drop sets in that it is another type of set that is divided up into subsegments. And this type of set is called a rest pause set. And so this set is like drop sets or supersets in that it is divided up into segments, but it's more like straight sets in that the exercise selection and the loading scheme does not change in each of the subsets of it. So rest pause sets are sets in which brief rest periods are actually built into the set so that you can push yourself further and get more reps than you otherwise would have. So these are kind of like drop sets, except you are not dropping the weight down. You're instead giving yourself a brief moment of pause in order to get a little bit of a rest so that you can do more reps, okay? So the idea is to take about 10 to 15 seconds of rest in between reps. And you can do this a few times, but these sets are extremely taxing, so you probably won't be able to go much further than that. But with an exercise that is extremely difficult, or which you want to do a high number of reps with, and you know you're not going to be able to get a high number of reps all at once before having to stop and, catch your breath, rep pause sets can help you to accomplish more reps than you otherwise would have. And they can even be used to take multiple sets of a low rep exercise and push them together into one greater set that is going to be much more intense. So this is both a way that you can make your training more intense and more high rep and go beyond what you would have normally been able to do. All right, so with this, what you do is you simply go until you are near failure and then stop and take a 10 to 15 second break to regain your composure and just make sure you are taking as little time as possible. All right, if it turns into 20 seconds, that's too much time and you should be just doing separate sets because obviously the load is too much. All right, but if you can keep it down to 10 to 15 seconds and then jump back in and keep doing more reps, you are effectively doing a rest pause set. So what this looks like for someone like me is with an exercise that I really struggle with getting a high number of reps non-stop, like bodyweight chin-ups or pull-ups, where I can only do about 10 non-stop. What I can do instead is a larger rest pause set where I do 5 or 6 or 8 at a time. And then I'm getting a total of 18 or maybe even 24 all in one giant set, which causes massive back hypertrophy. So much more than I would have gotten if I had only done 10 non-stop. All right, so that is an example of how rest pause sets can be used with more difficult exercises in order to not fail too soon and get a higher rep workout.